social unrest. Dissatisfaction and unhappiness, if not curbed, will lead to something worse. The central government had to act. Liaoning province became the first to start with a wide-ranging social security system. This system began with the coverage of basic medical costs and pension. Soon, the scheme also started providing insurance for more focused areas like childbirth. The government has hoped that by at least providing some form of a social safety net, the people can be pacified, without which its reforms cannot go on.
Enterprises, and you have to have a social protection, a social safety net. Otherwise, many people will losing their job and they will become very poor. So it's very important to establish a good social safety net. Pension systems and minimum living standard supporting system and so on. All those is really move very fast in Northeast region.
But the Northeast can't just be left in a pacified state. The central government has bigger plans for it. Many of the SOEs there belong to the strategic industries. To many, they are the backbone of China's economy and will continue being so.
东北有一批比较成熟的大企业，这些大企业应该具有一定的企业自主创新的。东北的产业结构呢，是以装备制造业为主体，而中国经济的发展是需要装备制造业做基础。随着我们的技术含量提高， 你的装备技术的含量，这就是最基础的技术，这个是一个国家至关重要的。特别像中国这样的大国，工业主体呢，主要是靠自己形成自己的体系，不能完全都依赖进口和支撑。
In 2003, the central government laid down a plan to rejuvenate the Northeast. With this call, the nation's attention was brought to this half-forgotten place. The first step under this plan was to restructure the SOEs. They're to sell off their non-core businesses to lighten their debts. Private and foreign investors are given the chance to invest in the restructured SOEs. The central government will provide aid along the way and allocate resources when needed. For certain key projects, the government will also provide funding and tax relief directly.
我们这2年呢，得到了国家 政策性银行的大力支持，我们吉林省和国家开发银行签订了一个总额为650亿的贷款协议，包括软贷款和硬贷款。和农业开发银行呢，这个签订了一个300亿的贷款协议。那么这些协议呢，现在都在启动。
The government is taking the lead. The authorities, once infamous for their bureaucracy and corruption, are also restructuring. They understand that a pro-business environment is the key to attracting foreign and domestic investors. These investors will in turn be the key drivers behind the Northeast's rejuvenation.
我想举的例子就是政府的工作作风发生了根本性的转变。 市委市政府要求所有的这些干部，我们这些政府部门的干部，都必须亲力亲为。在中国的这些城市，特别是在我们北方城市，政府的工作作风恐怕对于当地的经济发展是非常非常重要的。
The people of the Northeast have suffered a recent fall. They want, almost desperately, a return to their glorious days in the shortest time possible.
在共和国的历史上，大概有1半多的时间，他们是非常光荣的，是吧？他们是有着很大优势的，他们从来没有觉得自己不行，而是很行。由于改革开放过程中间，刚才我说的各种原因，他们相对落后了，所以他们始终有一种很强烈的愿望，能够重新恢复历史上的这种辉煌，所以我们叫重振工业雄风。
China is huge and it has to prioritize reform plans. China's central government has drawn up a long-term agenda. And certainly, the Northeast was not the only item on its checklist. In the late 1990s, the Western Region Development Master Plan was launched. It was followed more recently by the call for the Central Region to rise. Clearly, these various regions do not carry the same weight, and they won't be able to contribute equally to China's future economic development.
In between all those regions, it's not as poor as the Western region, but it's not as good as the coast area. So I'm still, Northeast region is major natural resource center and also major industry-based, manufacturing-based, and I would say they still have a very, very big opportunities in that place.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
In recent years, the Western, Central, Coastal, and of course the Northeast regions have been competing for the same pool of funds and attention from potential investors. Can the Northeast set itself apart from the crowd? Very possible, it seems. It has a traditional portfolio of strong economic assets. Within the region, its SOEs are still strong and influential. 50 years ago, these very same SOEs helped the Northeast become China's first and foremost industrial base. And now, they will again play a critical role in the rejuvenation of the Northeast. Can this region become China's economic growth engine once more? What kind of impact will the rejuvenation of the Northeast have on China and the world?